Hello, world. Thank you for stopping by the Vivid Dreamer. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know what's going on in my spiritual realm. I want to go ahead and thank everyone that has so far liked my channel, liked my videos. I'm just starting out with my channel thought reading messages. But nonetheless, I just want to be sure that I get that out. Me and Baby Yoda, we get that out. That we do appreciate y'all. I want to do a couple of spreads for this weekend. I have one I'm going to upload for Sunday, but today I just wanted to do one. I had time. I'm pretty much busy throughout the week, but it seems like the weekends are going to be the time frame that I actually put forth the effort for this channel because I'm still building my primary channel, Esteem Queen and Mentality. So yeah, it can be a lot sometimes. Like, this shit is no joke. So sometimes I do this. I feel like I'm doing this to be able to like relieve some type of like stress or whatever from filming for my other channel, but nonetheless, I like this channel because it's kind of like an outlet for me. But nonetheless, thank you for stopping by. I want to say, like, the energy that I'm receiving has a lot to do with detoxing. I believe we about to go into another retrograde because you know Scorpio's coming up, and I am Scorpio. So nonetheless, I just have that feeling of like, yo, clean your energy. Clean your energy. Discard what is not good for your energy, and then from there, do what's best for you or what you know how to be able to give you a different outcome. So, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much like the vibe that I'm getting. So let's just hop into it. My official card deck, I'm still working on that. So right now I just have my draft cards. But nonetheless, my official cards will have all the same messages on them, so you'll be able to use them. So, universe, give me a nice. Ooh, he's already starting. He's already starting. Give me a nice, relaxing spread to share with my audience about how to clear our mind and detox from our anxieties, our issues, our dilemmas, and give us a sound mind and channel thoughts to be able to move forward, forward, forward. You can't be successful without hard work. I have all my other phones on. Cannot be successful without hard work. I like that card because a lot of times, especially like if you're starting to feel the vibe of like you want to go a different direction, even then, I think this also goes with detoxing. Sometimes when we put ourselves around incomplete people, we end up having incomplete projects, incomplete thoughts, incomplete peace, and that can be very hard for you to be able to um, try something new, only because your body has been programmed to think that either it's going to come easy or you have pretty much like pool, you know, you have what, you got six holes and you have six, you know, and so you put the ball onto the table and you have another one guided to the direction that you want it to go. But little do you know, it's still a 50-50 chance that the ball is going to go into that pocket. It's the same thing with being successful. You can say it's luck, but it's not all luck that goes into you having success um regarding whatever it is that you want to do. So you may want to why do I hear detox your work methods? Ooh, savings. Now, that does go hand in hand with you trying to be successful. Money is part of it. A lot of people will say scared money don't make no money. Well, you know, a closed mind don't help you achieve either. So you got to put into perspective what is important for you to get there. Okay? For real. One attack life, the other complain. Makes sense. Makes sense, especially when it comes to you having to figure out what's good for you. I put it to you like this, like if you're a person that has family that will call you at the drop of like a dime or inkling of them having an issue, and it just feels like they're unloading it all on you, okay, 9 times out of 10 you're not a person that complains about life, and you're not a person that um takes attacking life as a disadvantage, but you definitely put your foot down and be on some shit like, look, you can be one or the other, but you can't be both. It's like you going to church and you mad as fuck, but yet you trying to praise God. Figure out what you want to do, because regardless of what direction you decide to go, it still boils down to your foundation. Like, what motivates you, what drives you, what makes you feel as if like you can really get things done. You can't get things done thinking incompletely, no more than you can get things done with you having the same toxic energy from the last cycle. At some point you have to be willing to drink purified water or deal with the conflicts of drinking from the sewer. Think about it. The world in upright. So, well, actually, this is in reverse. My bad. So, that's my next door neighbor's dog, y'all. So, I'm glad my pet child ain't outside. But think of it like this. A lot of times when we decide to make decisions to move forth, and again, maybe to detox, we really may not always receive the apology that we feel like we're necessarily deserving of. You're going to come across people in life that they're not really going to be the type of people that are going to they're just not going to be people that are going to see things your way. I mean, that's just all it's to it. You're going to run into people that they feel like because they live their years, anyone that has lived anything less than, they feel as if like it doesn't matter as much as what they went through. And so you have to come to a conclusion as to if their way of thinking is safe for you to feel that it can travel with you. You know how like if you were to go to an airport and you need to check in your ticket, so that way you're able to, you know, go through the terminals and everything, and they weigh your bag. And when they weigh your bag, you feel like, look, it's only 3 pairs of jeans in here, 4 tops, a sweater, 6 pairs of drawers, 7 bras, cause you never know, and maybe some lip gloss and some hair products. But it ain't 25 pounds to find out that it is. So now you have a choice to make, or better yet, when they go and check your bag and you find that whatever it is that you wanted to take with you, it's not within the 2 ounce, 3 ounce regulation. It's like 7 ounces, 10 ounces. So you have a choice. You can throw it away and start over when you get to the other side, knowing better, or you can go all the way back to the beginning, go back downstairs, check in again, have them weigh your bag, and you pay for the extra pounds past that certain free bag guideline. So you have to think about what you're taking with you. And a lot of times when we decide to start something new, and it definitely, you know, ooh, come on, universe. Okay. We're going to go through this new retrograde. Not so much of, yeah, detoxing. Because I feel like the world in reverse like this, with thinking of how there's two different categories of people, there's going to have to come a emotional maturity where you're going to have to put yourself in a category, or life is going to put you in one. And this new cycle that's coming around, it just feels like there's going to be harvests of blessings scattered accordingly. But in order for you to be able to get to it, almost like in order for you to have a plant that does not have like what is called dried rot roots, you have to be sure that you put a hole in the bottom, so then that way the water can come out and the plant can still grow. So you're letting go of the water that's just standing there, and you're still willing to take care of the plant because the plant deserves to grow. That's almost pretty much how I see people's souls. It's just like, in order for your soul to grow, because a soul can get tired too, but in order for your soul to grow, you got to poke holes at the bottom, so that way whatever it is that's not supposed to stay with you can have its exit. And sometimes when that water leaves, it leaves in droplets where it doesn't really register until, it's long past gone. Or it's a thing of, over you overwater the plant, and then at the bottom it's just running, like almost like tears. That's what I see. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes we have to move on with either no closure or as little as possible. Sometimes the best thing you can do is take care of yourself in the magnitude and in the forethought of like, yo, sometimes if life sorts out your forgiveness, sometimes you may be on the very end that you don't deserve it, or you don't get it, but you still have to keep going. They're not loyal. I like how this plays out with the world in reverse, because sometimes when you find that people are not on the same equilibrium as you, the best thing for you to do is abort ship, even if you don't get an answer that you want or an answer you feel like you deserve. That fell on the floor. I'm not going to pick it up. Whew. Child. You gotta do what you gotta do, yo. If things could be different, what would you choose differently? Again, we come into a whole new retrograde where we're able to actually channel that question and make a list to put it into practice. You don't have to stay with the same people if they don't seem to respect you. You don't need to stay around the same people who are not going to honor what makes you whole. And you don't have to keep yourself captive or prisoner to what doesn't work for you. The best thing about chapters and new beginnings is you get to write your own story. So if you could do something differently, what would you do? What would you choose that's differently? Especially if you know they're not loyal and you may not even get closure from it. Some people, they're only going to be as good as the situation. Sometimes people's highest potential is just day to day. But that doesn't have to be your story, and that doesn't have to continue to be your energy. Everyone has a purpose. And depending on low regard or high regard of how you look at yourself, that really says a lot about how far you're going to go, especially with this you can't be successful without hard work and savings cards, channel cards poking out. So, interesting. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe down below. Ooh, again, look, what's holding you back? This is what I'm talking about. It all like, oh, Jesus. If nothing was holding you back, what would you do differently? You can put yourself in either the attack mode or the complain mode. Which one are you in now? Why is it making you feel that you can't go forth? And how could you do differently? How could you choose differently? Some of y'all got some snakes around y'all. That's what I see. Some of y'all got some snakes. Y'all got some people with some bad mouths around y'all. It's really your time and your season to make a choice about your well-being. Because there's really no point in you continuing to be sick if you can take medicine. You feel me? There's no point in you feeling sick when you can change the channel from what you're dealing with. It's all about if you want to. But some of us are so afraid to move forward because we feel like we'll have nobody. I know Fortune 500 company owners that didn't have many people elevating with them. And though they had the money to show that they were okay, money isn't always loyal either. Because to get some, you have to give something. But what are you giving up if it isn't working in your favor? This is why it's so important for us to detox our energy so that way we're able to make better decisions. That's the whole entire point of you detoxing your energy, especially moving forward. You got to be able to know what's good for you. How are you going to become a good person if you don't know that? Or you want to try it? Moon in reverse. See? I feel like this goes hand in hand with what's holding you back. I feel like this goes hand in hand with either you telling life that you're going to be the boss or life telling you they're the boss. But I wonder if you were to clear your energy, would that help you with your confidence? Because confidence is necessary. It's an extension of your self-esteem. And without healthy self-esteem, these are the questions that we ask ourselves. If we don't work hard and we don't have the money, do we have the right to attack life or complain about it? You're either going to be motivated or you're going to be inconsistent. Not everyone's going to have your back, and that's going to probably be confusing, especially if you're a person that you want closure. Like you can't move without closure. And if you don't get closure, you hold a grudge. And I think that's where a lot of that toxicity comes from, is the fact of we don't have holes in the bottom of our tear buckets to pour out. It's just filling up. And I'm hearing people saying I'm sick and tired, but they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. They're just saying that. That's what they're used to. It takes courage to move forward. So interesting. Why the moon in reverse? Why the moon in reverse? Why the moon in reverse? Staying from the phone. You're confused. Closure. I don't want to say that you're in the wrong, but there's definitely a feeling of stagnation on these cards. They're staying from the phone. Interesting. Why are you staying from the phone, Energy? Universe, tell me. Why are you staying from the phone? What's wrong? Mr. Telephone Man, something wrong with my line. I hear it click every time. If you can't relate, don't communicate. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Maybe that is a good reason why you staying away from the phone. That's not a really bad way of thinking when it comes down to it, because on some G shit, I wouldn't pick up my phone or give two shits about closure with someone if I feel like the betterment of me is at risk of being just being demeaned and discounted. I'll stay away from my phone too. Shit, and I'll change my address. I wouldn't deal with it. You feel me? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. This is the one thing I learned while I was in school. Like I said before, there comes a time when an apology is a necessity, and then there's a time where you need to withhold it. Put it on layaway is what I say. Because sometimes, depending on the perspective, maybe later down the line, it's just best for you to move on. Because that person was to show you whatever, and you're just supposed to catch what the lesson is, and then you move on. And some people don't understand that, you know. With detoxing, you're making it so that you're clearing and aerating your movements. And that goes for thinking, speaking, being around people. For you to be able to see what's good for you. In other words, like, take a step back. There's nothing wrong with you taking a step back to check yourself. You feel me? Because how are you going to see that someone's not being loyal and relatable to you? How are you able to see that you can do things different if it doesn't work out for you the first way that you tried it? There's no point in you crying about it when you can still figure out a strategic way to still get shit done, so that way you can be successful and get things taken care of how you want to. You have that vision board or that New Year's resolution that you still want to work on. COVID may have took out all businesses, but that don't mean that you can't plan any for what people need. Like, there's going to be a high demand sooner or later for other shit other than masks and toilet paper and water. So, you know what I'm saying? Success is not a one-way street. There's many ways to be successful. You just have to be strategic in how you get there. No, you're not always going to understand what makes it so that you feel disqualified to not be able to get to that level. But it's always for you to take a step back, detox that thought out of your head, and understand that you can overcome and be able to get what you want done. It just feels like this is your time to really just put up or shut up. And I think 2020's been like that the whole entire year, to be real with you. It's just like, it's just really been a year of put up or shut up. It's been a year of watch what you say, because you don't know how realistic it can get for you, no more than it is a thing of you to sit here and just think when you wake up every day, you should take it for granted. You feel me? So, you can't relate. Don't come here with a cake. Alright, so, Spirit, Universe, could you give me a message for my collective about advice moving forward? Advice moving forward. One more shuffle. Proactive. Ain't that interesting? Ain't that interesting? Didn't I just say it's more than one way to skin a cat? It's more than one way to skin a cat. They may not like it, but it's more than one way. And this also goes with staying away from the phone. Are you staying away from the phone because they can't relate to you? Because they're not loyal? Because you know you're not going to get the answer that you deserve, whether that be an apology or a congratulations about something nonetheless is, like I said from the beginning, is telling me to tell you that you need to sit down and reconsolidate your list of things that are going to help you, not harm you. And one thing, one way, one method to be able to be proactive is to understand that, hey, like the world in reverse, sometimes it's just going to be what it is, but that doesn't mean that it's not a new chapter coming for you. You, a person, a job, a loved one, love, you name it. But in order for you to see the other side, you have to stay proactive. Give me another advice card for my audience, please. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, my pet child does not wake up. All right. Same thing. When it pops out twice, someone needs to ask themselves some questions. Okay? Again, did you attack life or did you complain? That goes hand in hand back again with these two cards being proactive. Like, that's a confirmation that, like, anytime I have two of the same cards pop up in my deck, which is very rare, because I only have like two cards in this deck that I think are duplicates, but they're duplicates in signs, because again, these are messages, channel messages. It comes out as a sign of confirmation, like that, like, you seriously need to be proactive. Like, seriously, like, you need to sit down, excuse me, you need to sit down and you need to get real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like at your house you have free reign to do whatever you want, but then you go over to someone else's house and you're restricted by half of, like the freedom that you have at your house, okay, you got to think, is this going to feel like torture to you, or is this going to feel as if like it's going to help you? But you got to make the choice. It's not for anyone else to choose for you. You have to choose what you're going to do. And if you see what's happening for you is not helping follow through to make it so that you get done what you need to get done, I think 9 times out of 10, you need to go back to your drawing board. Musician upright. So, at some point with everything that you have going on this table, if you were to actually detox and reflect and be proactive and keep your goals in the front of your mind, you can very well manifest what you want to have happen. Don't look at being proactive to be considered as being risky. I don't know why. That's for somebody out there. Don't relate proactivity to being risky, because it's only risky if you feel as if like you're only going in with a 50% confidence meter. You know, have you ever heard people say, you know what I'm saying, practice make perfect? Well, in reality, it don't make you perfect, but it makes you damn close. So I think this retrograde, yo, like all types of doors. I've been feeling this way for like 2 weeks now. And I feel like, how can I put it to you? Where I live, you can plant seeds for crops twice a year. And so you've received your first batch of blessings. You receive your first batch of abundance. Here comes the second. All right? This is like that second time to be able to like harvest and crop. That's what I feel with this card. Ooh, I'm so excited. I almost damn near cracked my back doing that. But still, that's awesome. But in order to get to that place where what you want to create becomes a reality, you have to take a step back and realize where you are. Because you very well, from what I'm seeing down here, it's just like, yo, you have what it takes to see where you need to make the adjustments. Just don't forget to mentally prepare yourself by asking the universe to give you the wisdom and the guidance to take it all in and see that with a little revising, you'll be able to be plentiful and successful with what you want to do. I like that. All right, we already going on 30 minutes. Spirit, universe, give me one more card to close out. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh. I'm about to take off. See your hurt as a lesson. Lessons aren't always to scold you. They're to mold you. And I think with you looking at life as a lesson, the things that you've gone through as a lesson, hurt, hurt strengthens our feelings to be able to take more and move forth. It's almost like football. You go to practice, wake up early, you study the books, you study the plays, you do everything that you need to. You do the endurance training, you do the weightlifting, you do the drills. And when you get on that field, and let's say the opposite team are all the obstacles that you got to go through to be what you want to be and stand how you want to stand, it should not take one thing to take you out. This is why it's so important for you to see the lesson that your hurt produce. Because see, someone can say that you're this and you're that and you're this and you're that, but if you can take 4 or 5 linebackers, safeties, quarterbacks, just charging at you, and you can still drag them to the touchdown, you still won. You feel me? Or you can continue on with the strength training and the practice and everything, and you can be the fastest one on the field. But in order for you to be the fastest one on the field, you got to be light on your feet. You have to, I don't want to say light-minded, but you got to damn near float like a feather. And in order for you to do that, you got to clear your energy. You have to clear your ways. And sometimes we just have to clear our circle. But at the end of the day, you being able to humble yourself and be proactive can help heal a lot of what you think is closed doors. Like your life journey is not over yet. It's just starting. That's what I'm seeing. It's just starting. It's just starting. And I'm so excited because I honestly believe some of you all are going to take these confirmations and be proactive. Being in a place of learning from your hurt is also a good place as well. Again, it goes right back to me saying emotional maturity. We all have to have it in order for us to be strong, just like we got to eat our vegetables to be strong. So, yo, you got this. I love this spread here. The spread definitely looks as if like you're going to have some things coming to your favor. As long as you understand, favor and mercy work together. Sometimes you can't always give people the benefit of the doubt other than yourself. But once you figure out what's going on, you know what to make happen. So, I hope that helps someone. I look forward to reading your comments down below. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Go and check out my primary channel, Esteem Queen and Mentality. I got tons of videos over there. I'm just building this channel up. But nonetheless, I hope this channel message for the weekend, for Saturday, helps you. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.